Hi, Marvin from Strength Chronicles here. Today, I'll be performing 3 different chest movements that you have never done before. So first one I'm going to start with is a press with my feet up on the bench. Now, why did I choose that movement? Squatted and deadlifted yesterday. My back's fried. So if I perform an arched back bench press, I can never get, when I get close to my max, I always start shaking. I feel a bit weaker and, I sort of get shit pressed because I can't hit the numbers that I want to hit. So I don't usually hit good numbers when I'm doing this because I don't usually do them. I don't train it often. So even if I perform a humble 80 kilos, it's still heavier than I usually do. I'm going to perform 3 sets of about 6, and then I'm going to be doing some close grips afterwards. So a lot of people do Larsen press mimicking a powerlifting Paralympic style bench. Yeah, where the athlete's feet are actually strapped to the bench. I didn't get much stability like that. I find it hard to balance. Maybe I don't have the greatest balance, but when I open my legs a little bit, I feel like, like those chicks that crush watermelon? I feel like I'm doing that to the bench and I'm crushing my watermelon that's keeping me balanced. And yeah, that's why I open my legs a little. So a lot of people tell me my close grip is not close enough. Why do I do it the width I do it? Well, when I go super close, I feel like my shoulders want to come forward. I feel like I can do a lot less weight. My shoulders get clicky, my elbows get clicky, and it's just not in a position where I can, work out like that every or twice a week, and just have healthy joints. The other thing is if I go a little bit wider, I'm in a way stronger position so I can ultimately move more weight and keep my joints healthier and keep injury free. So some people, I'm not saying I never do this, occasionally I do, but it's like towards the end of my workout and I do it for reps, but always when I'm pressing for strength, I basically go where the kneel is on just like a regular powerlifting bar. And then my thumb touches the end of the kneel. Yeah, I'm still a lot closer than my regular grip, but that's like prime pushing down for me. If I was to go here, which I still do sometimes just to keep strong, that's like still a decent position for me, but it's not my strongest. I know my strongest is right here, so that's how I'll be demonstrating the press today. All right, exercise number 2. I tried this out when I heard Louis Simmons from Westside Barbell say he used to bench press with his, index finger on the ring or ridiculously wide. Now, ridiculously wide on the racks is just a finger jamming problem. If you take a look at this setup, you've got the Olympic bar, you've got this J-hook. So you need to do a weight that you're comfortable with. It's no good if you, can't rack it up, you'll get hurt. You can't see this. The weights are blocking it. So number 1 thing, do a weight you can control. Second thing, don't go ridiculously wide to start out with. What I'm going to do, the legal powerlifting grip is index finger on the kneel, But the way I'm set up, I might go index finger on the Olympic lifting ring. This bench is a shorter range, but you really have to bend the bar. You really have to stretch it out. It's quite a stimulative exercise if you've never done it before. So there's no difference in my setup except for my grip width. Everything else is exactly the same. So when I'm re-gripping it, I never just slam it and get up. I'm always very careful. So when I'm getting out, I make sure the barbell is locked in. I jiggle the bar around and make sure when I let it go, it's not going to cut me down as I'm getting up. Make sure it's locked in the spot arm. And don't go ridiculously wide. I don't do this too often. My index finger is on the Olympic lifting kneel. Should I go wider than that? Of course. I could go my pinky right on the barbell here, right on the edge of the shaft. All the benefit of that, my pecs will get very stimulated out super wide. But will that help my bench press? Probably not. It will certainly get the chest used to that crazy wide range, but will I ever use it? Will it be beneficial? No, it will not. The other thing that I like challenging myself with is that old cue, shoulder blades down and in. Man, this wants your shoulders to roll forward. So you've got to have that element of back stability. If you don't, then you honestly probably need to grow your back until you can hold it, or else your shoulders are going to want to roll forward. You might get a shoulder injury. I haven't got a shoulder injury on the bench for over 10 years. And that's because I can pin those scapulas down and in. Last set, I'm going to test myself here. I'm going to go about 1/2 inch to 1 inch wider than the Olympic lifting mill. I've never gone this wide, so I'm entering new territory, but yeah, look, I'm at a weight that I'm comfortable with. And I know I'm gonna succeed with the weight. I just want to see how it feels on my shoulders, see how it feels on my pecs. And yeah, just see if I can bend the bar and involve the back as much as I would like to. So I'm going to measure it with that part of my thumb. All right, crazy wide. And those people that do the crazy arch on bench that do little range, felt like that. It wasn't that great. I'm going to stick to index finger on the Olympic lifting mill.